celebrating that this will be my final live stream in this series. And then we're pivoting. I'm still getting in front of the camera, sharing hopefully inspiring, informative ideas to make our lives more beautiful. Our homes, our wardrobe, gifts, all kinds of areas we can use our imaginations to enhance our lives, heal ourselves, increase our happiness by stepping into creative flow. So today's idea, inspirational idea, is what I'm calling a mobile branch. It could be a floating scrapbook. I'm going to use my art on this branch that fell off the tree out in the backyard. And you could use photographs, poems, other people's art, photographs from a calendar or your memorabilia, like I said, a scrapbook mobile. So we're going to do this in front of you today, and we're going to transition into pre-recorded video. It's easier for me to not have to show up at the time, and it's hard for me to pick a time that works for you as well as me. It's a flexible, moving demands of life. So we're going to do pre-recorded, and we're going to keep putting them out there. So please subscribe if you haven't already to the Creativity Show YouTube channel, so that you'll be informed of the next and the next and the next. And we're going to keep it going, keep it growing. And we really appreciate you liking, subscribing, sharing, and telling friends. So let's, are you ready to come out, and we'll show this, begin to show this process? So we're not only going to show you how I do this, but then we're going to show you where we install it in our staircase. So here's.
Yeah, let me get some shots so they can see the branch a little bit better. And DB Catalyst said, "Great, I am subscribed already on YouTube."
Thank you so much. And I do appreciate all my 625 subscribers. Every one of you is precious to me, and I really appreciate it. And I do creative things because it makes me happy, and I love to have a beautiful home and beautiful wardrobe. And I've always had a limited budget, so I like to call it budget beautiful. I grew up very economically challenged. I lived in a trailer park in Salina, Kansas for a while, and I call myself not white trailer trash, but off-white trailer recycling. And if we use our imaginations, we can make our homes, our environments, our wardrobe, even how we exercise and entertain ourselves and others, gifts. We can do it all on whatever we have to work with. So that's what I love showing. So this branch that fell off the tree with a little twinkle lights on it, and my art that I had made these small prints of my art for a show I did years back, and they've been in a box, and I looked at them and I thought that branch and them, they could be a really wonderful collaboration. So you're going to watch me do this. The first step in this was having the idea. The second step was hot gluing these art pieces back to back. So I found similar sized ones and tried to cut them so they were the same size. And then I glued a little piece of ribbon in between them so that they can hang, and as they spin, they have a piece of art on the front and back.
So let me make it so that she can see the screen. The overhead camera is Do you see what it shows?
That's so bright in that window, it's hard for me to see. So
Okay, I'll put the laptop somewhere else then.
that's a little better. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to show you this. As soon as this hot glue gun is hot enough, there it is. So teeniest little bit of hot glue, and I do this little wind thing so there isn't the hot glue string or as much of it. And just, I like to use as little as possible. And there we go. Here's the dancing lines art. And when this is done, it's going to have 86 pieces of my art on this one mobile, which is a really cool way to show a bunch of photographs, a bunch of poems, a bunch of art. And I have, I don't know, 500 pieces in my portfolio by now, so I get to show this significant number in this one, on this one branch, which is pretty cool way to, well, enjoy my own work and decorate my home with it. So we're only going to do a couple more of these. A dot of glue, a little ribbon, back to back. We got that. If you get a little hot glue string, they dry and you can just pull them off. But I usually do the windy, trying not to have too much of that string, but it's impossible not to have some, and it's no big deal. I use my little fingernail then instead of sticking. You don't want to, hot glue is hot. You don't want to burn yourself. You don't want to get it on your skin. Okay, we're going to let these cure over here, and we're going to move to this. I made these with string to hang on the holiday, the Christmas holiday tree. So that's another hanging art. And I use this on the back of the tree that I brushed with gold wash to make them look kind of antique-y. So the back of the tree looked like, you know, maybe the 100-year-old house it's in, and the front of the tree had this moderner, is that a good word or what? I like to make up words. That's part of the creative brain. Had a more designy, modern look to it. Okay, so now we're going to move over to doing the branch. Now, what I've done here is I've divided horizontal. There's one line of horizontal and 4 of vertical. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spread out the horizontal because there's a quarter of them. And then they're hopefully kind of equally placed around the branch. And then we'll go in with the verticals. And I'm using paper clips to design this so that
I was just going to your live stream.
Okay, I'm designing this with paper clips so that it's easy to, oh, I'm having a branch. You back up the camera, please. And then I can have it come in this direction without falling on me, hopefully. And so it's a delicate process, and this branch is kind of tied to the stool over here. I'm trying to approximate the way it's going to be attached to the staircase. So it's one of the aspects of my life, which I think is all life, but mine is very obvious, is there's a lot of balance in Bodhi, when he was a little boy, said, you know, everything in your life is balanced. And there is a lot of balancing art.
It's going to keep getting heavier the more pieces of art you attach to it.
Yes, but now it's got the stool leaning in the direction, or the branch leaning on the stool, so it should be okay.
Good.
But I'm using paper clips so that I can adjust it before the final step, when I'm happy with the arrangement, will be the hot glue gun. And I have to use paper clips that are not splayed because in order to hold it, if you could go get the step stool, which I forgot to bring out here.
Sure.
If you've got that set for what I'm doing. So like I said, I'm doing the horizontal ones first because there's 4 times as many vertical, because apparently I like portrait art. I create portrait art 4 times as much as vertical by just my natural inclination. Okay, right about there. And if you want to help, if you don't need to move the camera, I might send you up there.
All right.
So you might be able to reach, but
Where do you want this one? How far?
that'll work. Okay, and now there's
And the human step stool.
yes. Next branch.
Gotta get the little hot glue strings off.
There'll be finessing. That's art.
We're on a hot glue string budget.
And the last branch up toward the top. See?
Yep. Out, like towards the tip here.
Yeah, that'll work. Now, since you're up there, we'll go. We're going to probably put 2 in this space.
Okay.
Start with one, but get it closer. Oops, that one needs some hot glue. And I'm going to give you another.
Okay.
And you don't want them to hang. That's good, not the same length as the one next to it. We're going for random. Balanced random is like nature, and it looks natural, I think, and is pleasing aesthetically. A few of these will come apart. Then you just use a little more hot glue, put them back together. Okay, now I'm going to give you an outer space with a dense color to go in between you can hang that down further, more, give it more string, more of its cord, ribbon.
More than that?
Yes, but leave it and put this one in between.
There's 4 on this branch already.
That's all right.
Want this one here?
That'll work.
Is it low enough?
Yes. Okay. Okay, let's see how we're doing here.
Good.
Can you come help me?
Sure.
All right, so we're going to spread out these on that far branch. Put some of those in your pocket. Okay, so I'm just going to keep handing them. That one can go at the end of that branch, close as you, like right inside that light, on this side of that little light. Okay. You never know what you might be asked to do when you work with an artist. I would say let's put it right about there. And then this one right about there. And let's put this one up. As long as it can be without falling.
starting to get dew laden. It's getting way down, like snowy boughs. How's that? Is that too long? You want it short?
No, that looks good. And the reason the paper clips is so we can come after we've got everything up and adjust. And the final step will be the hot glue, more permanent, but also hot glue is not totally permanent, which is one of the reasons I like to work with it. So I'm going to have you go out here and do this branch.
So the paper clips are kind of your temporary.
They are the temporary reusable. These paper clips could be as old as you. I could have used them over and over and have. For many, I try to reuse, recreate as much as possible in life. Okay, let's go. Why don't you just stand out there and I'll hand you things for.
Let me reposition the camera.
Okay.
Oh, I've been showing this overhead camera, which is stupid. Let's be able to show that for 10 seconds. Okay, there we go. Now we're back.
So have they seen any of this?
Yeah. They've just been seeing the overhead camera at the same time.
Oh.
I'm used to being behind the scenes, not in front of the camera at the same time. Okay. Who would like this?
Yeah. I think it was actually.
No big deal. You can see both camera angles.
Okay.
All right. How's this?
Good. Go toward the end. Do you need the step stool?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we have.
And I was recording, obviously, so that's what matters. We have the video for editing the long form.
Yes, while we're doing these live streams, these many live streams I've done, we've also been recording them in high definition. Is that what we call it? High resolution.
Yeah.
So we can make them into shorter videos because we're all busy. And who has an hour in the middle of the day? It's hard for me to find that time, which is why I'm transitioning into just
focusing on the long form videos.
because
Pre-edited, pre-recorded.
yes, so they'll be more generally helpful to people because people can get the idea, the instruction, the motivational ideas, the inspirational ideas, the motivational thoughts in fewer minutes. And life is full of challenges, responsibilities. So we're hoping that it will
We learn as we go.
work better for you, me. Oh, this is looking really interesting. I love to see these things in my mind, and then when you do them, it's always different than you see in your mind, because our imagination can't possibly you know, see it literally like we can when we make it. And quite often,
is it looking like your imagination, or is it surprising you?
it's lovely. That's all that matters. I think it's lovely. And grab another one, and I'll tell you where it goes. I had an engineer friend who said, you know, while he helped us walk through this house to make sure that, you know, that the things that needed restoration we could do before making a decision on which property. I wanted it to be, you know, projects that we could do. And so we're talking about, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah.
I just dropped mine. Would you hand it to me? And as I was talking about the things that needed to be restored, redone, and the way I imagined that happening, my engineer friend said, "You're a constructionist," which is a person that solves problems by working with things. I'm not a, I don't like, you know, let's give you Mama Bird. She's one of my favies. So, right there. And if she doesn't fall, then we're good. And we've only got a few more. Okay, there's one there. We've got 3 more. So here's one in a paper clip, and let me see. Yep. Good call. And okay, so this one's gonna go up in here. Short above this, bottom of that. And our last one. Do you see a gap? Yep. There you go.
So do we know how many images this is?
I think I counted 43, so back to back makes 86 pieces of art, which it kind of looks like this is the part that's really fun for me. You want to get the camera in the right spot? Because what I imagined it looking like, and what it actually looks like, it looks like a weeping willow to me, which is a really beautiful tree, and one of my favorite trees. So I'm going to unplug the hot glue gun. I'm going to unplug the lights on this, and we're going to take it up and install it. I'm going to bring it back down later, and after, I usually let things sit for a while so that I make sure that I am happy with it before I do something like the hot glue. And so I may rearrange so that there's more of the densely colored ones sporadically, and the fewer horizontal ones. But I'm pretty happy with it the way it is, but I'm going to let it sit and make sure before I hot glue. But next, we're going to take it up the stairs and put it where I imagine it living. And
I'm going to follow you with the camera.
so I'm going to untie it. And it's significantly heavier, but it is foam core behind the art instead of just a little print, which would be
lighter.
Too flimsy, I thought.
Well, the hot glue would go through the paper if you didn't do the foam core.
That too. So it's not that heavy. I can handle it, but it's pretty awkward. Do you want to move?
I'm going to just stay back so that I can get the whole thing in the shot. I'm following you.
Do we want to bring in any lights in here?
Yeah, after.
Okay.
Computer, turn on gallery lights. Okay, I can get the camera kind of positioned and then come help if you need.
Or bring in a light?
Yeah.
Well, I'm good if you want to bring in a light. You want to come and plug this in?
Yeah.
So take that cord through here, come around, put it through there, and then it's going to get taped under that step so that it can't trip anybody. And now wait and help me hold that. Right. Right.
Are you whispering to the audience?
Do they hear me? I forget. Whoops.
Oops.
We lost one, but it probably is fine because they're light. So and okay.
Nice. Let me go get the one I dropped. Now it's looking really cool.
Well, what an interesting idea. I can't say that I've seen something like this before, which is always fun to try something unique. And it is a way to not crowd the space and add 86 more of my images. There's already like 80 different floral stencil designs in the area where Bodhi's standing. And then there's the warblers and wildflowers in my fabric frame, scroll frame, and cranes on the other side. So in this area here, the grand staircase, 86, 80, another 20. So there's a couple hundred pieces of art here, and it doesn't feel crowded to me.
No, this is like an art chandelier.
That's a good way to describe it, yeah. So
It does feel very much, it kind of crosses over the botanical art display feeling. It's got a very, it's like you have a house plant.
That grew art.
Yeah.
Well, art, especially the way I like to do it, and creativity is an organic process. So it's like a levitating portfolio.
Yeah.
An organic display of the art and the artistic thinking development is an organic process. We get ideas, and some of them we change before we make them into something we can share with other human beings because we take them out of our heads. And some of them we don't do because we lose interest before we get there, or we think, oh, it was a good idea, but not all the ideas are something we're going to spend the time to do. So it's an organic process. What takes seed? What idea takes seed and blossoms?
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I've seen you do this with origami cranes too, and so that could be cool. And you know, these branches are readily available, and you could do multiple and have like a hanging arboretum of art and origami cranes or family photos. You know,
that's right.
Christmas ornaments.
Anything. You know, even if you have a small space, you can use a smaller branch. And I've never met a stick or a stone I didn't like. When Bodhi and I take our walk-in talks, our production meeting time every day, I often see branches that just stop me. Oh, isn't that a beautiful branch? And my wonderful son laughs a little at me for being so delighted by a branch. But yes, I am delighted by, well, all things in nature. So I'm happy. I'm going to look at it from down there.
Great.
I think it is, it's lovely and it's uplifting. It draws you to look up, and that's a wonderful thing in life, to keep looking up.
How about this? If you just wrangle the cord and make sure I have enough slack, I can take this tripod up the stairs and go up to the landing there. How's that sound?
Sure. You could even take it up.
I don't know if I can get that far. Make sure I'm not going to knock the laptop over.
I'm going to get it closer to you, so when you're there.
That's enough for this.
Yeah, but it could be nice to look at it from above, so I'm going to see if we can do that.
Well, I'll get more shots for the
If I plug it back in, is that all right?
I don't know what you're going to plug. Yeah, but what part?
Laptop.
The power cord.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. You may plug that back in.
So that works.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yes, there's 5 different things plugged into the laptop. I just wanted to make sure which one you were talking about.
Okay, so if we do this together, I'll bet you could get to the top and look down, and we could call it a show.
Okay.
If we do this together,
That'll work.
to get to the top. Oh, okay.
Put HDMI cable, so
What?
just help me out here. Take this cable.
Okay.
Bring it up. Bring the extra slack up the stairs.
Don't trip on that cord.
All right. Now this part. No, you can just set that on the floor. All right, guys. We're taking you up all the way up the stairs so you can see what this looks like from all the way up.
Don't forget the glasses on that bench and the So don't.
I'm gonna take it off the tripod, which is a little. No, I'm not. Never mind.
I'm going to move this.
The mic is on.
Okay.
Talking out loud.
I'm going to move that, and so you can look down at it.
Here you go, guys. That's what it looks like. I'm not here.
And the cool thing about this idea is it can change whenever you want to, easily, for any occasion or season or reason. And
Go stand down there.
and when these are set with hot glue, they'll stay separated instead of sliding into each other, which a bit of that happened. But I like it. It doesn't crowd the space while it, adds a lot of interest, art to the area without feeling crowded. It still feels light and airy.
Great.
All right.
All right. Make sure to like and subscribe and tell a friend.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We're continuing the videos. They will be shorter instead of these hour-long live streams. And I will come back with live streams when and if people tell me the time that works for them, and it can work for me. But meanwhile, we're going to go to the shorter format because we're all busy and time is precious. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you that way. And I love to hear from you, your ideas, your reactions. I appreciate it when you like, comment, tell a friend, share, all that stuff. So thanks so much for being here, and keep tuned in and see what we come up with next.
Great, I gotta go back down to the computer to actually end it. So for the video purposes, can you say like and subscribe and tell a friend?
Like, subscribe, and tell a friend.
Great. Hi, I'm Clare Cooley, and this is The Creativity Show.
Hi, I'm Clare Cooley, and this is The Creativity Show.
Today we're making a DIY mobile.
Today we're making a DIY mobile.
Very cool. Okay. And great. Let me take the camera down and then we can end the live stream.
Okay. I will follow you with the cord. Don't. It's good. Watch that. The light there.
You go wherever you want to stand for the ending bit.
Well, that sure was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it motivates you to try some of your creative ideas and enjoy stepping into your imagination and into your creative flow, happiness, increasing creative flow, and come back for more inspirational ideas and motivational words. Yes.
Michael B says, looks so good. And Joni B says, gorgeous. I'm looking forward to your new content style. The mobile looks mystical.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you, Joni and Michael, and all of you who tune in. Please keep tuning in. And I'm a little sad about not doing the live because it feels nice to know you're there at the same time. But I know you're there, and I will keep watching comments and so we're just going to transition into something that I think will work better for everyone. So thanks so much, and we really appreciate you.
Great. And I'm putting the Patreon link on the screen right now. Go check out her Patreon, patreon.com/Clare Cooley. And DB Catalyst on YouTube said, loved the live stream. I look forward to your new videos in the future. I will be very excited for your new stuff.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate every one of you. And I really enjoy the comments, and I will keep looking at them. And we're going to keep putting inspirational ideas and motivational words out there. And I love to hear how you're doing and what you're doing. So stay tuned, tell a friend, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And meanwhile, stay creative.
Okie dokie. Bye, everybody.